Hey guys, what's going on? Chapter Lift all here with another video for you guys, and unfortunately I am back with another tier list ranking video. This one might be a little bit more controversial because I am tackling all the live action Batman movies. Well, almost live action. I am tackling the Batman movies, and I am kind of excited for this one because I got some views on a few of them that might be kind of interesting. But I also know that in light of the Star Wars one that I did, not many people are a fan of my rankings. At least one of my classmates actually thought Rogue One was good. In spite of the controversy, people actually liked the Star Wars one. But anyway, yeah. So if you guys do like this ranking, be sure to leave a like, not a dislike, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any ranking ideas, comment down below. I got a few more I want to tackle, but that's for another time. So let's get into the ranking. So similar to the Star Wars one, we have the same set of rules. We have the 5 different categories: no, good, great, and the best. Now for the Batman movies, there are 10 that I've watched. Therefore, most of them, 3 of them are going to have 2 Batman movies. 1 will have 3, and then 1 will have 1. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. And I also want to clarify that this also works a bit as like a top 10 ranking video. So the movies that I list will be in order of least favorite to most favorite. So for example, let's say theoretically I said my top 3 favorite Batman movies was the Dark Knight trilogy. So I like Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. If I liked the Dark Knight the best, or Dark Knight Rises the best, and the Batman Begins the least, but still like it, I would say my top tier is Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. So it's something to consider because of the tier with 3 movies, and also just so you guys kind of know where I rank everything on the tiers. So with that out of the way, let's start with the first tier. So the first tier is the no tier, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. My no tier is The Dark Knight.
What? Oh, but already?
And The Dark Knight is crazy. It's too tense. There's so many, it's so stressful. And guys, I'm joking. Erase all of your evil thought comments. The Dark Knight is not on the no tier. It's a good movie. I'm going to talk about it later, so just don't worry.
I don't care about yelling. That was amazing.
No, my real no tier movie is Batman Returns. Listen, I know people have soft spots for the Michael Keaton Batman movies, and I don't blame you if you feel that way. The problem is the Dark Knight. The problem with Batman Returns is that it's a little bit too much of an emotional movie. For any of you who are watching who know me personally, y'all will know that I'm a tender-hearted person, and if you don't know me, there's a new fact for you. And I generally don't like movies that have those kind of moments that will really tear at my heartstrings in a negative way. Sometimes in a positive way, but mostly in a negative way. Case in point, Penguin's rejection, Catwoman's transformation, Penguin's death, and just quite a few other things that really made me not like the movie. That's my opinion on it. I'm sorry for any of you guys who like that movie. If you do, good on you. This is just my thought. So now for the tier. So we have 3 movies on this one, and in order from the least to favorite on that tier is Batman 1989, Batman Forever, and Batman vs. Superman. I'm only going to talk about one of these, and I will continue to talk about one of these for the rest of the tiers. So the one that I'm going to talk about is Batman 1989. And I know a lot of you are probably hating me for this one just because of how the 1989 Batman is and how much it set the standard for all the future movies to come out. Again, if you like it, that's great. But the problem was I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was cool to see a lot of aspects of it, and one of my favorite things about it was the music, because hopefully like a lot of you guys, I grew up with the Lego Batman video games that had that soundtrack, and it was awesome to hear it in its original movie. And there were still a lot of things really cool about it. The Batmobile, I kind of liked Batman and Vicky Vale's relationship, and there were still some things that I liked. That being said, there's not a whole lot that I do like about it. Like the way that it ends with Joker dying, the Joker himself. I'm not a huge fan of the Joker in this movie. So for those kind of things, as well as a few others that I can't really think of off the top of my head, that one's on my tier. So next up, the good tiers. And I'm going to go from most favorite to least favorite just because I enjoy blowing your minds with this ranking. So we have Batman Begins and Batman and Robin. I know y'all pretty much lost me, but allow me to explain. So first off, Batman and Robin, I know is considered probably the worst Batman movie ever, just because of its cheesiness, its goofiness. Watch Mojo even described it as a kid's commercial. And you know what? I love it because of that. It's not my favorite movie. It's not the best one. But when I was watching through all the live-action Batman movies, because they were on HBO Max, I watched Batman and Robin. I was worried. I was definitely getting ready for the feeling of hating it just like everyone else. I actually really liked that movie. I liked George Clooney's Batman. I liked the villains. I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. And all the cheesy elements I thought were really enjoyable. And it's probably because I'm more of a humorous person by nature. Again, those of you who know me kind of personally know that I love to make puns. Sometimes a little too much. But just like a lot of the stuff of the movie I thought was really cool. I also like how it introduced Batgirl. And again, for a cheesy movie, it was really, really enjoyable. And I actually do kind of like it. If you don't agree with me, then that's fine. But again, my opinion. So yeah, Batman and Robin on the good tier. It's not the best, but I still found it really enjoyable. Next on the great tier, and now we're back to bottom top ranking. So we have The Dark Knight Rises and The Batman 2022. So The Batman 2022. Long? Yes. Occasionally dull? Sure. Still a good Batman movie? Absolutely. I'm not a huge fan of it being too long and dull, but I still found it really captivating. Robert Pattinson does a really good Batman, and the story I thought was really, really cool. I thought the Riddler was good. I really liked Catwoman's character. This is a movie where we kind of get to learn more about Catwoman's character. In Batman Returns, we kind of learn a little bit about Catwoman, and in Dark Knight Rises, Catwoman is just there, but still pretty cool. In the Batman 2022, Catwoman, we get to learn more about her, and it's a really cool story to learn about her. And I pride myself with the knowledge, or with the fact that I have seen the first Twilight movies, so now if I hear someone say that Edward Cullen played Batman, I will now know what she meant. So the Batman 2022, great tier, really good movie. And now we have the best tier. So the best tier, the Lego Batman movie, and The Dark Knight. So The Dark Knight, really, really good movie. I will be completely honest, the first time I watched the Dark Knight trilogy, I liked The Dark Knight Rises better than The Dark Knight. And that was just because it was the first time I watched those movies. And The Dark Knight was really, it was definitely stressed me out a lot. Like with the boats, Heath Ledger's Joker, all the diabolical things that Joker does, it scared me, and The Dark Knight Rises didn't really scare me as much, so I put it above. But then I watched The Dark Knight again, knowing what was happening, and then I started to like it better. The Dark Knight is a really good movie, and I understand now why people say it's one of, if not the best Batman movie of all time. It's solid. Christian Bale's Batman is really good. I love Two-Face. Joker is still good. I love how there's so many characters that you know in this movie that you just get to enjoy. Rachel, I talked with my cousin about Rachel, and we agreed that her character was a little bit confusing. I still kind of like her, but in Dark Knight, she's definitely a little bit confusing. However, she's still an interesting character, and Maggie Gyllenhaal did a really good job playing her. Overall, really good movie. Favorite Batman movie of all time, probably. Unless Robert Pattinson's Batman 2 surpasses it, in which case that is crazy. So that is my ranking of all the Batman movies. I know it's definitely a controversial one. I was laughing at myself by putting Batman and Robin on the good tier, and I know almost everyone does not like it. But again, the joy of making tier lists is to get to share your own opinion to other people, which is kind of why I wanted to do it. Not necessarily for the attention of having probably the worst rankings of all time, but just for the sake of getting to share my opinion with y'all. Now I'm going to ask you guys, what Batman movies do you like? Which ones do you hate? Let me know in the comments down below. I will read them. I won't judge. If you want to say The Dark Knight is the worst movie, sure. If you want to say Batman Returns is the best movie, sure. But I'd be interested to hear what opinions you have. So leave a comment down below. If you guys did enjoy this tier list video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you get notified of future videos. If you have any project or ranking ideas, comment down below and I will take them into consideration. It won't be a clean guarantee that I will do whatever you suggest, but I will definitely take it into consideration. And until next time, I'm Chabby Liptall, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And always remember, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Maybe not the best motivational quote, but I thought it was a really good one for The Dark Knight. Anyway, see you guys in the next video.